Okay, and we are live. Let me pull this up just a little bit. There we go. All right. It is What's New Wednesday, friends. What's New Wednesday? All right. I have lots to show you, actually. I didn't think I did because we got next to 0 deliveries. But I do have some cool stuff to show you, I think. So we will work on that. I'm going to get logged in over here so that I can see comments if need be. Let's see. All right. Okie doke. So I am on my own today. The director is off on a job. So he says he'll be back by 6 o'clock to pick me up. So hopefully, because my Wednesday Zoom call starts well before that. Anyways, so Pat is here. Hi, Tammy. Cheryl, Jan. All right. The crew. And Kip, Nona, Elizabeth. Oh, Elizabeth, I got your email, and we did have mats in stock for you, so I will be in touch shortly. Actually, we could probably chat after the video. And Charlotte. Oh, Marjana, long time no see. Hi, Christine. Okay, Terry, hello, you guys. Okay. So, it's What's New Wednesday. We are going to get started. Let me see. Does light help? Sometimes I think it does. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so here's the deal. We got in a really cool board from LDRS, like in February. I think it was the February board. Late, but it came in March. And then we had to reorder right away, but they were already sold out. I don't know, something like that. So anyways, then the March board came, and we put it out for Saturday people, because what happens a lot of times is we show a bunch of stuff on Wednesday. By the time Saturday people get here, they all have to wait. So we put something out new for them on Saturday, and it sold out really, really super fast. And then we got in a reorder, and it went out again. And I haven't shown it to you guys yet. So I'm going to show you guys some of the parts and pieces that we have. I am lost somewhere in the transition of these orders, a couple of the sample cards. So when I find them, I will show you guys those parts as well. But who knows? Who knows? So anyways, let's see. I think I have a total of 3 of the 4 cards to show you, maybe. Yeah, so I'm just missing one of them. Okay, so this one from LDRS has some really, really cute stuff. So the first one that I wanted to show you, this one is called Berry Hoppy, and it just has some really, really adorable little characters. Super easy to color because they are small. And I have a good bundle price on this one for you guys at only $29 for the stamp and die. I have only 2 sets in stock for that price. And then if you just want the stamp, I have 1 single stamp that is $14. So that's what I've got in stock for this one. But it's like, you're a cutie pie, which I love that sentiment. And actually, we don't see it very often on stamp sets, which, now that I think about it, is kind of odd because I think it's something we say a lot. So you've got the little characters with the tandem bike. You've got the bird and the sprig for the basket, and you've got some little food goodies and things like that. But so this is the sample card here, and I liked this one because I'm pretty sure, well, actually, I don't have that one to know. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure these came from the last release Slimline, but I think maybe they had different ones. So that just might be stitched circles. but I love how they've got the little birds highlighted on there. And then you've got this adorable little guy. So that's a super, super easy card that you can do with this Stampin' Die set. And then this here is the honeycomb cover plate. So this is a slimline one. It is going to cut that outside edge. So you have a nice finished edge on that. And this is what it looks like. It's a really, really sweet honeycomb, but you've got some little stitching here. You actually have some bees, but they're kind of a little bit abstract. And you've got some flowers kind of hidden in there. So it's a honeycomb background, but it's not a super, super busy one. So it's kind of fun because it can be used for all kinds of things. Like this particular card is not bee related at all. So it still works really, really well for a background with that one. And this one is $24.99 for the honeycomb slimline. Okay, so there's that one. And then I don't know why I brought all of these things over there. That's funny. Where's my other card? Hang on a second. I didn't even grab everything. Hang on. Who lets me out of the house by myself? My goodness. Okay, so this one here is the Snapdragon. And I don't know why all of our cards are really dirty, but they do seem to be a little bit dirty. I saw that on the other one too, but that's okay. Neither here nor there. So the Snapdragon, this is one of the ones that I have on reorder. And the bundle for this one is going to be $33 for the stamp and the die. I literally have one stamp in stock. So, but the nice thing about that is I had it to show you. So, let me go grab the one other thing here so that you guys can see these. Okay, so that's the Snapdragon bundle, and it's going to be a stamp and a die. And that one is $33. There is another floral that came with this release, and that's where these super, super tiny bees come. I don't have it to show you, and that's the one that has the card sample that I'm missing. So if I can find that card sample, then I will be sure to show that to you next week. So fingers crossed that one will be on its way. So this one is the Snapdragon, but then we've got this really cool, pretty cover plate die, and that's going to be this gorgeous floral that you see here in the background. So it has a stitched border, if you guys can see that here. It's got a stitched border. It does cut to the A2 size, so it'll like perfectly fit on your card. And this one's $22.99 for the A2 cover plate, but it's really, really gorgeous. They have it up on foam, and I'm not entirely sure. I didn't make these cards, so this foam sticking out here, that is not my handiwork. I'm not going to take credit for that, but you could be a little more discreet, I think, with your foam. They have to whip together quite a few of these samples, so that's, you know, and thin foam strips, as you guys know, are a little bit tricky to find. So anyways, and then I would put a few more pieces here and there, but for sample cards, it's already dirty, so that's okay. But it does show you what the die looks like. So, okay, now, let's see. I have, so that's that one. And then I wanted to show you guys this one, okay? So this sample card uses those cute little guys here. So these flowers must be from something else, but this guy and this guy from this cute little stamp set are right here. And then what I love about this one, this is why I wanted to show you. This really cool border right here, okay? That comes from this guy. So this is another new slimline die from them. This is the trellis cover plate, but it really is kind of, it looks less to me like a trellis and maybe a little bit more like a plaid design almost. Yeah, I don't know. I think you could go either way, but I love this one. I think this one is so, so cool. You could use it for so many things, and it does have that element where you could make it masculine too if you needed to. But so what we've got here is they took this guy and then just used a strip of it. Isn't that cool? So that makes this die really, really usable. And the size on this one, so you got about 3 1/4 by 8 1/4 on this one here. So that's going to fit your 3 1/2 by 8 1/2 slimline card. Okay. But you can also remember, because it's got these kind of divided section areas, you could cut that down too and just use like a square on an A2 card. And you could even mat that or something. It would look really, really cool. So that is the cover plate. And these guys are $24.99 for slimlines. And then they've got a new alphabet. All right. So this, it's got hair on it. Okay, so this alphabet is fantastic. Look at how beautiful this is with this detail cut into it. You've got your uppercase, your lowercase. So this is the Chloe Alpha, upper and lowercase. So, you know, it kind of depends on how you like to do your sentiments and your titles if you're scrapbooking, if you want to have both the upper and the lowercase together. But I think there's lots of detail. So you've got this kind of cool little leaf design that you see here in the B, okay? But then you've got a different element that still totally coordinates in the H. So it mixes and matches a little bit depending on how the letter works together. And then you've got, let's see, mostly just that little leaf element in the lower cases. So that one is kind of consistent, whereas this one is a bit of a mix and match. And so these ones are $29.99 for each one. And then I'm going to give you guys a bundle price, but I better write it down because I will forget later. So the bundle price on these for the Chloe Alpha is $53. I forgot to write that one down. Okay, so if you want both of them, that's going to be your bundle price. Now, a lot of these, we are, again, low on stock, but I've already got a reorder in, so I will check that status after we get off of the video today, because I don't know what it is. So if you want the bundle, it's $53, and that'll get you both the upper and the lowercase. Okay, and then lastly, down here we've got this really, really beautiful patterned paper is what it looks like, but it's actually from this gorgeous stamp. Now, this is a bigger, bolder floral than we see a lot of times in a cover card type of a stamp, which is great because if you stamp and emboss this, watercoloring this is such a breeze. I love petals that have big open space and just these little things, because when you're watercoloring, it sits right in those spots and it looks so pretty. Or you can do one color on the outside and touch the other color and they just blend gorgeous. So that's an option. You can also do kind of a tone on tone with something big and bold like this. So there's lots and lots of options for a stamp like that. And this one is $16. Okay, and that's going to be it's a gray rubber stamp, actually. So it's not a red rubber, but it's a gray rubber. And it is a cling stamp. Okay, and then lastly, from LDRS, we have a new stencil. So let me go grab the other one, because the other one had a huge waiting list. And you guys all have gotten it that were on the list. But by the time it came, everybody forgot about it. So I'm going to show you this one, even though I don't know if we have any... I don't know if we have a sample, because we've lost like half of them, but which is amazing. It's only half. So this was the Bursting Bouquet stencil that we showed with the first release. I do have a number of these still in stock. It is a stunning stencil. It's got roses and leaves, foliage, that kind of stuff in here. Really, really beautiful. Lots and lots of detail. Those of you that requested it, you've already gotten it probably. So I just wanted to let you guys know that one was back in stock if you didn't get it already. And then look at this guy. So this is amazing stencil. This is the coneflower stencil, and these guys are $6.50. So for those of you guys that got the mini brushes, you're going to be so happy, because as you go and start to do your stenciling, you're going to be able to fine tune your location of where you put your inks on your stencils going forward, because you've got those smaller color specific brushes. They're going to be great for stencils like this. That being said, you totally can do, you know, just all one color, kind of a rainbow colors, however you want. You don't have to necessarily do the centers and the petals in any particular color, but I love, love, love the detail in the stencil. So, okay, that, my friends, is LDRS. That was a lot of stuff, and some of it is here, some of it is on its way. Okay, so it's funny, I don't really have anywhere to put this. All right, so this die isn't new, but I have only the one in stock at the moment. But I wanted to show you guys this, because this is the Weekender handbag, and a huge thank you to Judy Collins, who brought me a sample. And you guys cannot tell how awesome this die is until you see the sample. This thing is phenomenal. So you've got, and she did it in orange because orange is my favorite color, and I absolutely love that. But it's got the locket and the key and the buckle and all of these things that you can cut in gold. And it's got these panels, so you can line this as, and make it really, really look like a bag and totally customize. So you've got all of this kind of stuff, you know, the detail that you have on here is really fantastic. And I bet you this will slide out. I haven't totally taken this apart, but I'm going to leave it because I want my sample closed. But my guess is you could undo that if you wanted to. But this would be so cute as a little container for a small set of cards, or as she did for us, a little packet of candy. And we think there might be a white chocolate in there for for Brooklyn, but we'll see if it's still left by the time he gets back. So I didn't eat any of them yet, Judy, because I wanted people to be able to see how cool it was. But I love, love, love things like this. And this die is fantastic when you see it done. Absolutely. And then she made one for Donna too. So Donna left this one so that I could show you guys what it looks like in another color scheme. And Donna also left me her candy, but I was strictly told not to eat her candy. So this one has just beautiful pinks. And then Judy also used, for those of you guys that got that berry bundle a long time ago, she used those little tiny dots, those sticker dots, to be like the little accents on the purse parts. I just love how these came out. I haven't seen one in person, so I was super thrilled because it is like so cute, so cute. All right, so anyways, for those of you guys that are interested in this one, it is $38.99, and I will get more of these ordered right away. I didn't know it was a surprise. So we have the one in stock, and then we should have more in stock in just a bit. So, and these ones are, yeah, so like this piece right here, this is the base of the bag. You'd cut that a couple times. These are your outside panels. And then you've got, you know, all of your other doodads and decorative elements. So, let's see. I'm just trying to see what, like this one right here, I think that is going to be your side panel right here that helps hold that together. Again, I haven't put one together myself, so I was super, super thrilled. Thank you so much, Judy. Okay. All right. Oh, it's got a Velcro closure. Oh, yes, yes, it does. That does make it a lot easier, doesn't it? Thank you for explaining how it works. I didn't want to break it. So yes, that that does seem to work a lot easier, doesn't it, than trying to unthread that buckle. Cute. And yeah, Velcro is awesome. A magnet would be great too. Okay, so then we got in, so for those of you guys that are familiar with our back wall stash of tonic papers, we have a ton of these foil copper papers, or these foil papers, and they are a fantastic value. So if you're in the store looking for any foil colors, or if you guys needed me to grab them and go through them one day to show those of you guys that can't pop in and browse, I'm happy to do that. But I love, love, love these foil papers. So this one is what's called a satin effect, okay? So this is not a new color for those of you guys that collect it. But what I have here is I have a copper bundle. And so what's included in the bundle, it's $12. We've got these 3 packs of paper, and we have the copper penny Nuvo. I have a limited number of them, and it kind of had to do with what I could get shipped. And then when we're sold out, we're sold out. So it's $12 for all 3 papers and the copper Nuvo, because copper is like, it's such a rich color, and it goes with a lot of stuff. It can be a metallic that's still kind of masculine because, you know, it's got kind of a brown tint a little bit more sometimes than, say, a rose gold does. But I think the shimmer and shine of copper adds a whole lot to something. So we've got in the bundle, we've got the pack of Copper Mine. And some of these are papers that we do stock just regularly by themselves, but I wanted to include it in the bundle because I feel like even if you had the Copper Mine, because it's a consumable paper and you only have 5 sheets in there, even if you had it, it's not going to hurt you to have more because that's such a great color. So it's the satin effect, which means it's got the foil, but it's not a high gloss. And then I've got the Cosmic Copper. And this is a 92 pound. It is a double-sided pearlescent card. And let's see, you guys can kind of see that, I think. Yeah, so it does have a shine to it and a shimmer. All of these are going to die cut beautifully. They will emboss gorgeous. And then this is a paper we have not carried before. This is called Copper Roses. And I like to take these out, but then getting them back in can sometimes be tricky, but we're going to risk it. So this one here has this most amazing embossed detail. It's shiny. I'm thinking you guys can see that. And it's almost like a wallpaper. So it's got this beautiful rose pattern. And then even behind the roses, there is a beautiful, beautiful texture. So this is the kind of the extra decorative specialty cardstock that is in the packet. And then we have the Nuvo, the crystal drops in Copper Penny. So, hold on. Sometimes getting these back in the package, I'm like, why did I take it out? Okay. So this one, I'm going to take this out of the wrapper so that you guys can actually see it a little bit better. All right. So this one is going to be a metallic. Is this going to... There we go. It's gorgeous, and it's got this beautiful shimmer. Now, the thing with these guys here, these enamel dots, is you want to just squeeze it out, and I usually will just kind of put it something like that, and then if you need it to flatten out, you just kind of flick it from the bottom, and see how nice then that becomes. There we go. So you've got this nice rounded dome, and then you just set it off to dry, and it'll dry like that. But the flicking from the bottom is really what helps these little enamel drops kind of dry to what they need to dry to. So anyway, so that is the copper bundle, and that one is all 4 of those items for $12. Okay. And then lastly, I did want to show you guys the newest release from Elizabeth Crafts. So I have a number of these items in stock, although in limited quantities, with more arriving tomorrow. So we just had such an amazing class with Els this weekend, and I know a number of you guys joined us for that class, and I know I was testing out a polish actually, Stacy. So we were cleaning out the salon, and we had to scrap a lot of the polish because it got cold, and Brooklyn said it's no good. But there was this one called Mirror Finish, and so I thought maybe I would try that one and see how it was. But you would think, living with a manicurist, we have nail polish remover at the house, but I didn't see it. So anyways, this mirror polish one, you have to put this certain base coat on, and then you do these 2 thin coats, and it's supposed to be, and then it says, and like any good special event, this polish is good for one night only, or something like that. I was like, what? That's a lot of work for a one night polish. So that's why I only ended up with 1 finger done. But one of these days I'll take it off, or it'll just wear off. I mean, it's not even chipping, it's just wearing, because, you know, it's good for only one night. So, and actually by the time I went to bed that night, it was already starting to rub off. So anyways, this class that we did was super, super fun. We covered a lot of stuff. And for those of you guys who joined us that were new to the Elizabeth Crafts, kind of the planner release, or, you know, her book releases, I think it was really great. The feedback we got on this class was really, really fantastic, because, and I know for me as well, this was the first time I actually got to sit down and put some pages together. So I've been die cutting for hours for this class for everybody, and it went really well, but it was super fun. So I wanted to show you guys what I made. There's, you know, at some point there'll be more pages in here, and I'm not totally finished. So don't judge me yet, because I didn't have, you know, I was out at the cabin, right? And I forgot my paintbrush, so I couldn't watercolor the images for this, but it's so cute. And I didn't have any washi, you know, just like any good student, I forgot half the supply list, and I was, you know, out in the middle of nowhere, so I couldn't even get it. But so the pages, though, are really, really cute when they're put together, because there's all of these different elements, and then you add in some of this white pen detail here, and it just makes things really, really fantastic. And I'll show you the dies here, but there's a border die here. There's going to be a girl image on this page, and we added in some sequins, and this pocket is awesome. So even if you don't get into like a system like this pocket die is absolutely fantastic. One of my favorites. And then some of the stamps here we used. There's another pocket that's really fun because it's got this kind of holy effect. And then this one here, this is a big splat die. I don't even know if you guys can see all the details, but there's some images that'll get tucked in here. Here's another one of those borders. There's a film strip border. Can you guys see that? And there's a big splat. So this is just kind of a quick peek at, you know, a partial of what these journals are going to look like. And I will have this one finished for you at some point so you can kind of take a look at it. But I just wanted to show you because it was crazy, crazy fun to put this together. So for those of you guys that kind of like that sort of stuff, I just want to show you what's new. This is that jeans pocket that I was telling you about, and I really, really dig this. It puts some of the best embossing detail in there. You've got a heart, and then you've got that really cute button. And I believe this die is $19.99. I'm kind of going from memory here, but I do actually think I have the list somewhere. So I can get the prices. And then this is that holy pocket that I was showing you, and this one's great because this one's a little bit wider, so you can put a bunch of stuff, you know, even more types of things in there. And then you've got your slip-in pocket, that's the reverse cut of this one, and you've got a couple of little decorative elements. What I love about Elle's dies is that she packs stuff in here, so you there's never any wasted space. So this particular one is $18.99. Okay. And then this one is that awesome border one that I was telling you guys about. Now, hold on a second. I want to see if I can find something to show you. because I know all my pages are here. It's just where are all the pieces? Okay, so I showed you some of the words. This one here is like, it's a really, really cool border. And what we did is we just cut it super thin. So you have an awesome border strip like that. I mean, that is such a cool detail. And then we used, I think I glued it down somewhere in here. We used the pieces that fell out. Oh, there it is. As additional elements. So you really can use all the parts and pieces to decorate things. And that film strip, that one is awesome too. Look at how cool that looks on the edge of a page. But you could put that on the edge of a card because it's a small film strip too, and it's got all of this detail. It's really, really kind of neat. So, and then you've got special, me time, and home life are the other ones. And the borders, I'm actually just kind of looking it up from the email that I sent out because I do not know them off the top of my head. I think this one is probably $18.99. No, maybe. No, I think I might have skipped it. Anyways, I'm not sure off the top of my head. I don't know. And then this one. Okay, so this one is hands down my favorite. Although I love the jeans pocket too. There were a couple dies in here. This one is $18.99 for this one, the honeycomb die. And it will, when you cut this one, it will make it look like you had a confetti party in your house because the dies, the little specks that cut out of this one are incredible. $16.99 on the edges. Okay, but what's so fun is you get pieces that are crazy awesome. And so what we did is we just kind of tore between the little dots, and then we had the 4 hexagons. Nope, they're not hexagons. Yes, they are hexagons. And then we just kind of, you know, put them where we needed to put them as elements. So really a cool die. And this die here, the honeycomb one, can be used with any projects. So whether you're going to put it in a journal, or even if you have the regular sized dies, or if you're an art journaler, or if you do trading cards, I mean, this die is really, really fantastic for the texture that it gives you. And then for this release, there were 2 pages. So this one is going to be your standard page. And this little tiny album, this is a new size, is a traveler's notebook style book. So everything goes in with an elastic, which just means things slip right under there. And so this one has your page. This is your base page. And then it has a bunch of different elements in there. And so just various things to decorate. It's got the Polaroid frame for putting around your pictures. It's got this really cool zipper die, which is kind of fun with this border die here, but could be used with other things. And I'll show you something else here in just a little bit. So, and then this one is a trifold page. Now, this is the one that I didn't really show you a ton of because I'm not done with it yet. But this one is, the regular page is $19.99. This one's $29.99. It cuts almost 12 inches, so you would need your long plates for this, but you've got so many elements. This one cuts out a window right here. You've got a number of kind of wonky squares. You've got a really cool puzzle piece, but there's more. So you've got this beautiful tag, which I think is still in my bag of extras because that's the page I don't have done. You've got another awesome splat, and then you've got kind of this seal die here. So it's not a huge release as far as, you know, dies go, but really some fun stuff. And then there are 5 stamps that go with it. So for the coloring elements, we've got the Creative Girls and the Art Journal Chick. So what's fun about this one is you have your fountain pen and you have your journal. So this is the Traveler's Notebook that we sell here in the store. It looks kind of similar to, say, to the one that's actually from, you know, from Japan, kind of dimension-wise. And then you've got, you know, a couple girls to color, and you've got some arrows and things like that. So, and then you've got a couple of kind of what I would consider embellishment stamps. So each one of these has a Polaroid picture. So you've got Polaroid Embellishments 1 and Polaroid Embellishments 2. So number 2 has this really cool swoosh that you would stamp in, say, like a light to medium color to give you a background. And then you can stamp any one of these sentiments over the top because it gives you kind of a, grounding place for it. But you could stamp other things as well. But I love this swoosh because if you look at the detail, let's see if I can get it to focus. It's actually not just a swoosh. So you've got some like squares and stuff mixed in that kind of tie it into the film strip. And then you've got a couple other places, little things here that you can use to label things and more things here. But then you've got the zipper. So this one was probably the most popular of the stamps because I'm guessing because of the zipper, but maybe it was, I don't know. It could have been because you also got the Polaroid. But if you stamp and emboss this in like a silver embossing powder, this is going to be so fantastic. And if you don't want to stamp that, the head to the zipper, you just stamp and emboss to there. And then you can use that little die cut topper to have a little bit more dimension. So I think there's a lot of use for that one. And all the stamps, I believe they are $11.99. So really, really good price on the stamps. And then this guy here, this is called Seal Embellishments. And this one is not as obvious as to what it is, but it is meant to look like those wax seals, that you would stamp. So this is kind of the outside of the wax, and that's that circle. And then these are all the embellishments that will fit in there. So even if you didn't want this one, you could stamp this, put something inside, and you could use one of your circle punches and have just a cute little seal. But you've got some really, really pretty little flowers here too that I think could be used not only with that stamp, but with something else. So, okay. And then there is a new set of stencils for this release. So this is actually the third set of stencils in the Elizabeth Crafts stencil line. And the way she does it, this one's $16.99. You get 10 stencils in here. So it is a fantastic price for all of the stencil variety that you get. And so the first one, I think we just sold out over the weekend of the first one. The second one was in, I believe it was in the summer special. So that was the one that had the bus. I think there was a Volkswagen bus. It was like a big bundle of stuff that you could get, and it was a limited edition set. I know a number of you guys got it. So a number of you guys have probably the number 2 to this release, probably even have the number 1. So this is number 3. So I'll just kind of go through these real quick so that you can kind of see what the designs look like. And what's great about these stencils is that a lot of times when you're stenciling, you just need a little snippet of a design. So you don't necessarily need a lot. And so being able to have these stencils is really great because you get a ton of different designs for a really, really good price. And then for my project that I did, I only had one stencil with me because there was just one. So I had the flowers, and then I used the Ranger texture paste because the Ranger texture paste takes color, and I was able to watercolor those flowers and they looked really pretty. And so I really, really like the way that that turned out. But see, like even on something like this, you only need just a little snippet of things. So, and for those of you guys that do collect the stencils, if you don't, if you guys don't have, hold on. Okay, so for those of you guys that have the stencils, this is the original size of this little book. Let's see. And so there was a die, I've got it on reorder, called, I think it was called like Butterfly Pocket or something. And we've talked about this die at least once, if not a couple times on this show. And it is a 3-panel, oops, hang on, FedEx is outside. Oh, no, that's okay. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Okay, so this this die here, it is a 3-panel, so it's a longer one, but it makes, it folds and you can make these little pockets, and it's got this little tag that, you know, pops in and out. But this pocket is perfectly sized to hold those stencils. So if any of you guys follow Els, she will oftentimes make her samples in a little book like this for the stencils, so it's quick and easy for her to reference those. So this particular die will be back in stock hopefully next week, maybe even in just a couple days. I'm not 100% sure. So I just wanted to remind you about that. So Crystal, are you talking about the stencils here that I just showed? Because you might have, oh, Els. Well, hi, Els. I was just telling everybody how much fun we had in class. So, anyways, the ones that you have already, I'm not sure, Crystal, which ones you might have. You might have set number 1 or set number 2, but I do believe this is set number 3. So, anyways, that is kind of, oh, and then I wanted to show you the 2 cover colors. So, and most of our restock will be back in, I believe, tomorrow. So the 2 covers that we have the black one, and we have this one, which is called Espresso Ochre. And this one has a cute little pocket on front, so you could tuck one of those little tags in the front if you wanted to, or something, you know, something if you wanted to decorate that. And then you also have a black cover, and the black cover has pockets on the inside, so you could tuck little things into the pockets on the inside. And actually, for those of you guys that were in the video, she did show us how to do this. But because some of you guys have this one as well, I'm going to just show you guys. If you open one of these covers and you've got something like that, fear not, because all it means is this guy needs to get longer. So what you're going to do is you're just going to see it's got a couple of little notches right here. You're just going to pull that until they're even on the inside, okay? And then you're going to just kind of string this along until you figure out, it's kind of like if you've ever pulled stitches, if you're knitting or sewing or something like that, or embroidery, sometimes you just have to kind of pull stuff along until it gets to where you want. And then this elastic band, which is what closes the journal cover, the holes are right there in the middle. So you'll just pull it and see we're perfect there on the inside. And now my elastic is long enough to go around the journal. So this works. This is something you may need to do for this one and for the other size as well. So, okay. All right. Oh, Crystal, I know why you have it. Silly. Because you pre-ordered the stencils. So you already got them. Yes, now it is all coming together. Because we did do a pre-order on this, and people even not in class could participate in that. And so that is why you have them. So you can check those off your list, Crystal. Anyways, I'm going to do a quick recap because even though we didn't get any deliveries today, and I was like, how am I going to know what to cover? Because I don't have enough to tell you guys on What's New Wednesday. I managed to fill up almost an entire hour, which I know I say it surprises me every time I do it. And yet here we are. Okay. So the Trellis Slimline die, this one is $24.99, and that's the one that they cut and just used one little strip on the card here. And actually, okay, so now that I'm looking at this a little bit more clearly, it is not going to work to cut the strip this way. You'll cut the die and then you'll cut the strip this way. So if you got this one already, or if you are getting it, I don't want to confuse you when when you go to do that trick and be like, but what she said, you actually have to cut the strips going this way to fit on a A2 card. But so that is that one. And then we have the Stamp and Die combo for Berry Happy. And the bundle price on this one, so I gave you guys a good price on this one because I only have a couple in stock. So $29 for the stamp and die of Berry Hoppy. And this is the one that says, "You're a cutie pie." And so that's those little guys right there. And the stamp only, which I only have a single stamp only, is $14. And then he's right here too, this little guy. And those are the birds that come with it. And then this is the honeycomb cover plate that has these little subtle elements in a few of the hexagons. So this one is $24.99. And that's the one that you can see right here on the background. Well, not sorry, Crystal. You were just testing me, I think, to see if I was paying attention or remembering anything that happened beyond this past weekend. So this is the Snapdragon one here, and the Snapdragon bundle is $33. So if you want this one, definitely let me know that if you want the bundle, because I only have the one stamp in stock, and more stamp and dies are coming. I just have to figure out when they're coming, but hopefully soon. So it says, "Hello, you've been on my mind. Sweet friend, sending love, and I miss you." And it's got really, really cute little ladybugs. So those are very, very sweet. And you would add them kind of like how this card has the little bees added, which maybe are so tiny you guys can't see. And the bees are on the other flower set, which I can't find the card for. So, and then this is the Madison's Garden cover plate. This one's $22.99, and it's got all of those beautiful florals, and that's what you see on the background there. Okay, and then we have, going back to this one here. This is the Impatiens background stamp. This one is $16, and it's got these big, bold, beautiful florals that are super, super easy to color or watercolor or leave plain. They'll be really, really gorgeous that way. I do have a few of these in stock if you want that one. And then the alpha that was used on this card is the Chloe Alpha. So these are $29.99 for the upper and the lowercase. And then if you want both, then it is $53 for the bundle on those guys. Okay. And these are the ones with that really, really cool detail, just to chalk your memory. No, I don't know. To remind you, there's a word, but it's not coming to me. Okay. And then these are the two stencils. So this is the one we had before that a number of you guys had on order, but I got in extras because it's so awesome. So this is the Bursting Bouquet, and this is the one that has like the roses and the other little kind of flower petals and things like that. And then the newest one, this is Coneflower, and this one is going to be absolutely fantastic with your new bitty brushes if you want to get specific detail in there. But it will also be gorgeous if you just do, regular inking. You could do texture paste, something like that. It's going to be absolutely stunning. And then we showed the not new, but the sample is new, thanks to Judy, of the Weekender handbag. And this one is $38.99. It's from Concord and Ninth, who are absolutely brilliant with the engineering that they put into dies. And so this is the one that's going to make a really, really cute little like gift box. You could put cards in there, that kind of a thing. So we have the two different color schemes. So this orange one is the one that will reside in the store for a length of time, whereas the pink one will go home with Donna, full of candy because I promised I wouldn't eat it. And then we had our copper bundle. So the copper bundle is limited to the stock I have on hand, most likely. And it includes the Copper Mine Satin Effect mirror cardstock. It includes the Cosmic Copper Pearlescence cards, and this new one that we haven't had before, the Copper Roses Embossed Specialty cardstock. And that's that one with that gorgeous texture. And it also includes the Copper Penny Crystal Drops, which are kind of close to dry now, I'm thinking. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Yeah, but look at how gorgeous that is. That's stunning or what? So it's $12 for the bundle on this one. Okay. And then we have the Picture It collection. So there's also a paper pad that goes with this collection, but I am completely out of that one at the moment. So that one I'll have to show you guys on another day. But this is the one that we did the class based on. So we've got the stencils here, and these ones are $16.99. You get all 10 different designs in there. And then we've got the 5 different stamps at $11.99. So those are the 2 that have, you know, the girls that you can add into your various projects. You've got your arrows and your various pieces of color. This is the seals embellishments. So it's meant to look like one of those wax seals, but much easier to do. So you're just going to stamp the outside if you want to, or stamp the ring, and then all of these little doodads will fit inside perfectly. And then we've got Polaroid Embellishments 1. Number 1 has the zipper, and this was the most popular, at least that's what I found to be the most popular with our pre-order, probably because of the zipper, but you never know. And then this one is Polaroid Embellishments 2, and this one has that really cool swath right here that isn't just paint-esque, because it has those little embellishment details in it, the little squares that kind of match the film strip, and then your sentiments can go right on top of that. And then let's go through the dies really quick and see if I can remember pricing. This is the one that I have some of them arriving tomorrow, I believe. Fingers crossed if all goes well. So this is the triple page one. I think that's not the actual name. It's called Puzzle Page because of this piece. I call it the triple page. This one is $29.99. But there's some really, really cool stuff that you can do. And for those of us that, those of you guys that joined us in class, you got lots of tips on ways to make this page awesome. And then this is what I would consider your standard page. That's not what it's called either. It's called the Polaroid page because it has this Polaroid frame in here, but it also has your zipper top and a couple of other really cool elements. This is going to be the standard size page that goes into the book. And then these other dies here are like bonus dies and can be used whether you use them with this little album here or really any projects. So this honeycomb one, I think, what did I say, $18.99? I didn't price any of these, so I'm going by memory, but this is the one that is so, so cool for putting texture and various levels of interest on your project. So, so neat is that one. And then this one is the edges. I think it was $16.99 off the top of my head. So this is the one that I showed you in the book. When you cut this little thing nice and thin, it looks like a zipper. It's really, really cool. And there's really great detail in what falls out of that. And then you've got 3 other words and the film strip edge die. So you can cut that into the side of a card. You can cut it into the side of a page. There's lots of cool things you can do. But also because of the way that these cut, if you wanted to do the film strip border and make it continuous, you can, because it does not cut off on this side. So you can cut this and then you would, I think, flip the die around maybe. I haven't tried it yet, but I think you could actually make this into a film strip. I might have to play with that and see. Because of this straight edge, but I do think that you could extend this and make it a longer film strip, and that would be pretty cool. So this one is called the Sealed Pocket, and it's got those cool cutouts, so you really do have kind of a window to the inside of the pocket, a little sneaky peek, and then you've got your tag that goes in and these 2 other decorative elements. This one's either $18.99 or $19.99. I don't remember off the top of my head. And this one is $19.99. And this one I love because of all that detail. And you've got a pocket. But if you also didn't want the flap on it, right, you could just cut this part off and you have a most adorable pocket you can put on your page to just slip something in if you didn't want that pocket. So this one is a really, really versatile one as well. So that is the release. Oh, and then the journal covers. For those of you guys that have the collection and need more journal covers, or if you want to get into this size of the art journal, the journals are $14.99, and you have the 2 colors. You have the black and the chocolate ochre. So, whew, made it on a day where we got no deliveries and I didn't know what I was going to talk about. I feel like I nailed it. So we may have another What's New video tomorrow, depending on what shows up tomorrow, because I am expecting quite a few things that were supposed to come today that did not. So anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us. And well, by joining us, I really mean joining me, because I'm flying solo today. So thanks, you guys. Have a great Wednesday night, and we will see you all tomorrow. Bye.